Why did you decide to change the company name?
Well, as the three of us got together and acquired the business, there was a lot of discussion about the direction and the path that we wanted to bring the business in. And all of us had been with the organization for well over 20 years. And it was important for us to make sure that we distinguished the new organization from the old organization. Hence, KBE Building Corporation, or better known as Kolakowski, Brown & Essen.
Many years ago, KBE was known strictly as a retail contractor. How has that changed?
Oh, I think we've made an effort for well over 20 years to get into a number of different significant commercial construction markets, starting with the state of Connecticut and municipal projects. From there, other niches within commercial construction such as higher education, the K through 12 market, and so forth. And I think as we look back over 20 plus years, retail is still a significant component of our business, but it is only one of several that are really important to us.
It's not like non-retail projects have started recently. I've been here 25 years and I've done maybe one. So the first job I did was a 20-story mid-rise building down in New Haven, Connecticut. So we've done a lot of other than retail projects for a long, long time. We just haven't been known as a non-retail builder.
So tell me about KBE's 5-year strategic plan.
As we all know, we entered into a 5-year strategic plan back about 18 months ago, almost going on 24. And the primary reason for that was the concern that we had as owners, the need to make sure that all of our employees were aligned. A couple of the main goals for us is a real emphasis on design build, a real emphasis on making the Maryland office a major part of our overall operation. And the other thing is succession. One of the big things that we talked about is making sure that this company exists for years to come, well beyond the three of us. And so for us, that strategic plan has given us real guidance, real direction as an organization, and hopefully given our employees a sense of direction on what they can follow and know what's coming down the path over the next 5-6 years.
And one of the first things we did is to develop a mission statement and also core values. And examples given to us were large sentences and narratives. And we sort of boil it down. I guess we're contractors. We try to get to the core of the matter, and came up with a mission statement of building excellence together. The next step was to determine your 4 core values. And again, a lot of what examples we were given were long, dragged out sentences. And we went back and forth and came up with the four core values: integrity, innovation, dedication, and pride.
Tell me about the focus for our Mid-Atlantic office in Columbia, Maryland.
Part of my role is to be involved in our Maryland operation on a weekly basis. I literally am there 2 to 3 days a week. We're involved with a number of different retail clients, a number of different significant higher education institutions in that marketplace, and we've begun to get involved significantly in K through 12 as well.
Mike, people say that KBE is pretty demanding to work with. What's that about?
Well, Janelle, I would say that we are a demanding organization, and I think the reason for it is the construction industry in itself is very demanding. I think what's important to realize is that in order for us to build excellence, we need to set the bar extremely high. And when we set the bar high, it creates expectations and it creates a demand not only on our employees, but on our subcontractors, our vendors, our owners, and the architects and engineers.
A deadline is a deadline. We take deadlines very, very seriously and do everything in our power to meet schedule deadlines and cost requirements.
You know, if you go back and you step back and look at our strategic plan, and we sat and talked about our core values, I mean, the dedication that our organization and the people within our organization have, and the pride that all of us bring to the table, it's 2 major factors in allowing us to do the unbelievable. I think the other thing is we're not afraid to be innovative. We're not afraid to think out of the box. So how can we get 450 beds done when the client only wanted 250? Our people, and we push our people to think out of the box, be creative. Don't be afraid to bring an idea to the table, because you may surprise not only yourself but us on what you can bring.
I've been with KBE for 25 years, and I can say most of the projects have been challenges from a schedule. We have a reputation that if there's a project out there that has a difficult schedule, we're the guys to do it.
For us and for me, what is very important and very telling about our organization is the longevity that we have of a number of our employees. It's not uncommon to see our employees be here 10, 15, 20 plus years. And it's not just a small core, it's the majority of our employees.
And I think one thing different about KBE is we're a large enough company to attack the big jobs, but we have the feel of a smaller company when it comes to internally in our staff. It's not unusual that the three owners, Mike, Eric, and I, are rolling our sleeves up daily, working with our people. It's not somebody sitting in an ivory tower.
I really think it's a family. And, with family, there's disagreements, there's arguments, there's frustrations, but there's really trust and there's loyalty. And I think that's something that permeates amongst the three of us as well as with our employees. And I think the trust and the loyalty, knowing that we're going to be there for them when times get tough, both personally as well as career-wise, work-wise.
And I think on the other end, there are a lot of people who spent 10 and 20 years here who've literally grown up here. We've hired them out of school or very early in their careers, and they've had the opportunity to advance, take on more responsibility, and flourish.
One thing I hear a lot from the people I work with is how much they value our community involvement. Can you guys tell me a little bit about that?
We're in a very good position to be able to give back. And between myself and our two partners, we've really decided through a number of different ways to be able to do that. And it's with great satisfaction that I see that sometimes we provide volunteer hours, other times we provide financial support, other times we're just there to help.
I feel a sense of responsibility that comes from inside of me, responsibility to my partners and to employees of the business, our clients, to do what we need to do the right things. And that's the type of thing that drives me, I suppose, to get up in the morning and go to work. The other thing that's energizing to me is to be part of something that's bigger than I am and that will continue beyond my involvement in it.